Hello and welcome to Quickfire Reviews, your no BS, straight to the point entertainment review channel. In today's video, we're talking about the Final Fantasy XVI demo that was just released today at 1 a.m. Pacific time, and I'm going to kick this off by making a very controversial statement. That is, I think this will be the best Final Fantasy game of the last decade and possibly of all time. Now, this comes from a Final Fantasy fan. I've played every single title, but I want to tell you why it is I think this one will be the top of the top. The tone. Final Fantasy has always been about these grandiose, larger-than-life fantasy worlds, and that's great. Sometimes that means the plot is quite convoluted, follows a lot of anime tropes, there's over-the-top delivery in the acting and the script. And as I've gotten older, I felt less and less connected to that. When playing through this demo, it is very clear that they are telling a dark, gritty, grounded story, and it has earned its mature rating, the first mature Final Fantasy title we've ever had. I found myself immediately drawing comparisons to Game of Thrones, and I suspect that's kind of what they were aiming for with this title. In the first couple of minutes, there's some F-bombs, there's blood, there's gore, characters are killed off, and it's done on screen. This is all stuff we've never seen in Final Fantasy before, and it really, really works. I think the audience that grew up playing Final Fantasy is really going to appreciate being treated as an adult, so I am super excited to see the reception, and I think that's really going to be the key difference. But there are some really great things we need to talk about. Of course, the combat is one of those things. I know that some people have their preference of the traditional turn-based style, and the Final Fantasy VII Remake was a good blend of kind of turn-based and also action. This one's gone full action, and it works. No question, it is super fun. It is a little bit chaotic at times, but once you learn the systems, you get into a really nice flow. It feels buttery smooth. You feel like you're in control. It's fast-paced, and it feels really rewarding. The combat, honestly, was a huge highlight for me in the demo, and I can't wait to dive further into it to unlock more abilities. The game also just looks phenomenal. The graphics are really good. The performances are great, although maybe not so much Joshua, but he's a child actor, so I'll cut him some slack. Everything else is super believable. It's not over the top. It's just really grounded, and I am really excited to see where they take the story, because even in just the 2-hour demo, there's a lot of dark turns that happen. If there's one thing I had to pinpoint as a potential concern, I would say it's the difficulty. I never really felt all that challenged in combat, and that could be because in the demo they just want to make it really accessible, but I'm really hoping that they up the difficulty in the full game, particularly as you get into the later stages and you develop all of your abilities. I, of course, am going to do a full review once I get the chance to sink my teeth into the full game, but as of right now, honestly, this is tracking for a 10 out of 10 for me. I'm super blown away. I think it's going to be one of the best Final Fantasies of all time, and I would love to hear what your impressions of the demo are. Whether you are a Final Fantasy fan or not, I would highly recommend playing this demo. I think this is probably going to be one of the best PS5 games that we've had so far, and it's worth your 2 hours to check it out and see if it's up your alley. Now, with all that said, I would love to hear your impressions of the demo. Did you love it the same way I did? Are you worried about anything? How do you think this is going to stack up against other titles? Drop a comment, let me know, and come back for the full review in a couple of weeks. Thanks so much for watching. Quickfire out.